honest company, HNST. Now, I'm a big fan of Jessica Alba. I think anybody that saw Sin City is likewise a big fan of Jessica Alba. There she is in Sin City. And by the way, she was also in one of the multiple Fantastic Four movies, Pete. So not Fantastic Futures, but Fantastic Four. And she played Reed's wife in, I think, the first one. And you know who else was in that, Pete? A young guy, Chris Evans. But this is before he went on the bean. And those of you listening who know what the bean is something that enhances growth of muscles. And when you look at how skinny he was in that one, Pete, versus all of a sudden he's Captain America and he's holding on to a helicopter and, just pulling it in with one arm or whatever, and the bicep is ripping through.
We like to call that PEDs, John.
Performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
And if Chris wants to come on and talk about that, come on, Chris. We'd be happy to have you. Sure. You could explain how you and Hugh Jackman, two guys that never played a pro sport or anything, all of a sudden look more like you should be playing linebackers for Kansas City or whatever. All right. But anyway, Pete, enough bashing some of the Hollywood stars that like to get jacked up. Jessica Alba, she started this company, right? Honest Company. And she tried to make it like really organic and green and all that kind of stuff. People loved it when it came out. 5 years ago, it was $20 stock. Today, it's a $3 stock. And luckily for her and her shareholders, it's up 25% today on these earnings. But wow, is it a far cry from where it used to be, Pete?
Well, they did crush it, John. They talked about profitability in the long term, all that kind of thing. That's all good things. And those are the code words that you need to have if you want to have people kind of take at least a second look at you and maybe start making the kind of move like it did today. You're talking about 20, 25% move to the upside. Pretty impressive. When you look at the revenue, they beat on that side. Earnings, they actually were positive. They were expecting to be negative by 8 cents. They were positive by a penny. That's a good thing. You and I talk about it all the time. When are you going to make money? Let's have a company that's gone public, that's been there for a little while, and start making money. And that's what we're starting to see here. So I think they're maybe on the right path, John. I like it a lot. I think it's an opportunity. And this is a company that I know pretty well because I use some of the products that they sell. So I think that I might have to take a peek at this one. It's not quite Celsius, but it's got some elements to it that I like for sure.
Fantastic. Well, so pay attention, folks. If Pete's using it, it ends up being a lot of people are probably interested in that.